Hello there. So I wanted to take advantage of this good makeup and sunshine. I'm sitting outside today because my son and my husband are home, and I'm still in a weird place with this whole vlogging thing that nobody can be in the house when I record because I feel like the whole house is listening to me. And so, because they're here, I decided to come outside and sit. But now that I'm outside, I feel like I should have been out here. This natural sunlight is doing something for me. But anyway, the video before this one was about men making us or trying to make us smile all the time, and me saying, like, who y'all think y'all are? Y'all not about to tell me what to do. I smile when I want. Screw off and quit being a horny dog. So that was that video. And so I went and just had lunch with one of my good friends, Des, and I was just telling her, like, it's cool with me doing this vlogging thing, and whenever things are coming to mind, speaking on it and trying to open up and show y'all my personality and be open and honest and all those things I promised y'all would be. I was just asking her, like, how do you get through those days when you don't feel like smiling, when you are upset or you're angry or you're sad or you're going through something? Like, how do you still be productive and still continue on? And she was like, whoa, there goes a topic right there. You should speak on that. That's a topic within itself. And I was like, damn, you're right, I should speak it. And so as I got to thinking about it, I'm like, I'm trying to keep it all light and airy and fun, but life is not light, airy, and fun all the time. So maybe I should speak on it, because I do have those times where, I'm upset meaning I'm angry, or, I'm super sad, or I have like my hard days, like I'm still heavily grieving of the loss of my dad. And so I do have those days where I feel like I kind of sink into a black hole and I can't pull myself out. And it's very hard for me to kind of figure out, how do I still go on? Because if I am supposed to be recording every week, if I made a commitment to myself to record every week and to post every week, how am I supposed to do that if I'm having a bad day, or if I'm having bad days? I literally sometimes cannot pull myself out of it, and I start drinking, and it's kind of like, woe is me, my life sucks, and it's just really, really bad. So that's kind of the conversation Des and I were having, and she basically said, when she's having those hard days, you still just have to do it. You still just have to go through it, and you still have to do it. So I try my very hardest to practice self-care. So this is kind of like what I'm telling you guys that I do. And even though I still have some very, very hard days, this definitely helps. So sometimes I'm just really down on myself. I feel like I'm a failure. I feel like, at 32 years old, I'm not where I'm supposed to be in life. It's too little too late. I'm 10 years behind. What am I doing? So one of the things that I started doing when I get up every morning after I take my son to school is I read for 30 minutes. I'm kind of childish when it comes to reading. If I do read, I'm reading like a Zane book or something like that doesn't stimulate my mind, just entertaining. Nothing against Zane. Zane be coming out with some super fire books. But I told myself that I needed to start reading more books that are actually beneficial to me, that will teach me something, whether that's something about the world or something about myself. So I read every morning for 30 minutes. I can only dedicate 30 minutes because it's not the funnest for me to read if it's not like a Zane book or something similar. So reading for 30 minutes. Right now I'm reading a book on, what's the book called? But basically how to forgive your past, how to look at yourself and try to figure out what it is what is it that has happened in your past that causes you to be the way you are, whether it was in childhood, teenage years, first relationships, parents, cousins, whatever it is. It's basically you analyzing yourself and tapping into those memories, talking to that inner child and figuring out, why am I the way that I am? Whether you're very angry, if you're depressed, if you have anxiety issues, whatever it is, per this book, it states that all those things are stemming from something that has happened in your past. So it's really a way for me to analyze myself, to learn more about myself, to figure out who I am. So that's what I'm reading right now. After that, I write in my journal. So I got this list, like this self-reflection list, and it has about 25 different topics. And every day I write about a different topic. So for instance, yesterday it was a topic on what have you been doing good lately? And that was like the best topic for me to have yesterday, because yesterday was a pretty rough day for me. I was kind of down on myself, feeling like I'm at this stagnant place in my life. Should I go left? Should I go right? Or is it too late for that? Should I just kind of crawl back into my hole where I was comfortable? I can't do anything right. I don't have 1,000+ followers. I don't have 5,000 likes. I'm not on panels and everyone doesn't know me, and I'm not a star. I'm not all of these things, and I'm already 32. Pretty soon I'm going to be too old to be doing anything. So I was really, really hard on myself yesterday. And so the question was, what have you been doing good lately? And I began writing, and the first thing I said was, this was the wrong day for this question to be asked. It's a lot easier for me to say what all has been going wrong and what I haven't been doing right versus saying what I am doing right, because right now nothing is going right. So I'm just going, and I would write, I know this is not what this is supposed to be about, but this is how I feel. And so as I was continuing to write, it forced me to think, like, what has been going right in my life? So it helped me because I've realized what I'm doing now has been going right. I have a lot of things that I have started and stopped. I've had a blog. I have attempted to have my own podcast. I have had my online vintage boutique where I'm kind of on and off with that. A couple of other different things, but it's always been like I'll go hard at something and then stop, go hard at something and then stop. I'm just now realizing that I was venturing into other things because I was avoiding what it is that I really want to do, which is what I'm doing now. That's why I was never able to stick to it. So because I'm able to stick to this and because I'm able to continue, I have to pat myself on the back for that. And so with this, as of now, even though I'm still fairly new in it, I have been very consistent. I said that I was going to record once a week. I've been doing that. I said that I was going to actively think of new ideas for my vlog, and I have been doing that on a daily basis. And so at times I feel like we can be really, really hard on ourselves. It's very, very easy for us to look at all the wrong in our lives, and we need to start looking at all the right. So give yourself credit if you're always late, and for the past week you've been on time for work. Give yourself credit for that. That's huge. I am one who always used to be late. I am just now starting to get to the point where I can actually be on time for things, if not early. Pat yourself on the back for that. If you said that you're a writer and you're going to write one piece a week, and for the past 2 weeks you've been doing that, give yourself credit. We all have to start somewhere, and we can't be so hard on ourselves that we don't take a moment to appreciate those small victories and acknowledge them. So that's what I've been doing. So me journaling has really helped me when I have those different topics. Those different topics really, really help me. I find myself at the end of whatever I'm writing, in all caps, I put, Chris, just do it. I have to continue to tell myself that, because the easy way out is to not do it. The easy way out is to sit on the couch and watch Love and Hip Hop and eat Doritos. Y'all will notice that I always reference Doritos because they're my favorite. So if y'all ever want to give me a gift, like for my birthday or for Christmas or for New Year's Eve or for Valentine's Day or for St. Patrick's Day, if you don't, want to get me like jewelry, just get me Doritos. I'll be so satisfied with them. Cool Ranch, but if they don't have Cool Ranch, nacho cheese. But anyway, and so the final thing that I've been doing is just really staying consistent with working on my vlog. I said that I was going to dedicate a certain amount of hours per week where I'm just focusing on editing, on recording, on, reaching out to different people, networking. I said that I was going to focus a certain amount of hours per week, per day. And as of now, I've been doing that. That's just another small victory for me. So moral of this video, it's not a super fun, airy Kristen being her normal dorky, silly self. I wanted to kind of be real with y'all because it has been a rough couple of days. We're gonna have those days where it's gonna be rough. We're gonna be down on ourselves. We're gonna feel like giving up. We're gonna feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. But like Des told me, you just have to keep going. Just tell yourself, just do it. Keep pushing. Even if you don't feel like smiling, that's okay. If you don't feel like smiling, don't smile. But you have to keep going. Time will not wait. And the only two choices we're going to have is it's to keep going or to not. I choose to keep going because we're going to make it and we're going to have a big old party at the club and it's going to be like pew, 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 with the girls with the bottles, and it's going to all be for us. So keep smiling. But if a man tell you to smile, you ain't got to do shit. Toodaloo.